The gun weighs heavy in his coat pocket. Kael Arden doesn't remember picking it up from his desk drawer. Doesn't remember the drive to Ridgehaven Park or the moment he sat down on this bench with snow gathering on his shoulders like accusations. His father's voice loops in his head. The last message before the heart attack took him 3 hours ago. Find the one you lost before it's too late. He doesn't know who his father meant. And that ignorance burns worse than the betrayal that cost him $40 million this morning. His hands shake, not from cold. Alphas don't break from weather. They break from watching their own blood sell them out to rivals. They break from realizing the person they raised, the kid they saved from the streets, just handed confidential files to the Varnyx Syndicate with a smile. Hi viewers, kindly tell us where you're watching from and what time it is. The Christmas tree across the path glows with warm lights that make his chest ache. Couples walk past holding hands. Families laugh. The world celebrates while his empire crumbles and his father's corpse grows cold in a morgue downtown. His phone buzzes. Another board member demanding answers. Another journalist asking if the rumors are true. Another reminder that Kael Arden, the alpha who built an empire from nothing, just became the joke of Chicago's business district. He silences it, pulls the gun from his pocket, stares at the metal gleaming under streetlights. Not to use it, just to hold something solid, something that can't lie or betray or twist a knife into your spine while smiling. Frost cracks along his collar. His breath comes out in clouds. Somewhere behind him, carolers sing about joy and peace and other things that died when his father's heart stopped. A tear slides down his cheek before he can stop it. He wipes it away fast. Alphas don't cry, but another follows. Then another. His jaw clenches so hard his teeth ache. His vision blurs. The gun trembles in his grip. Footsteps crunch through snow nearby. He doesn't look up. Can't. If someone sees him like this, sees an alpha with tears freezing on his face, the humiliation will spread faster than the betrayal already has. The footsteps stop. Right beside him. He still doesn't look. His fingers tighten around the gun hidden in his lap. If it's a journalist, he'll destroy their career. If it's a rival, he'll make them regret. Something warm touches his hand. Small, soft, impossible for an alpha to miss sensing approach. Kael's head snaps up. A child stands there, no older than 4. Red puffy jacket, bare-eared hat with the ears flopping to one side. Huge brown eyes staring at him with concern that shouldn't exist in a pup this young around a strange alpha. The kid doesn't flinch from Kael's aura, doesn't step back from the dominance rolling off him in waves. Just squeezes his hand tighter. Sir, the pup whispers, "Are you crying? What secret is this mysterious child hiding that even an alpha couldn't sense his approach?" Kael stares. The pup tilts his head, glances back over his shoulder like he's checking if asking was rude. Turns back with the kind of bravery only children have before the world teaches them fear. "It's okay," the kid says, pulls a crumpled tissue from his jacket pocket, holds it out. "My dad says even strong people break sometimes." Kael's throat closes. He can't speak, can't move, can't process why this child, this impossible, fearless pup, is offering comfort to a predator he should be running from. The tissue hangs in the air between them. "But they get up again," the pup adds. His voice carries certainty, like he's watched someone rise from ashes, like he knows what breaking looks like. "Dad told me that after the..." He stops, bites his lip. Kael finds his voice. "After what?" The pup shakes his head, steps closer instead of answering. His small hand still wrapped around Kael's much larger one. The touch sends warmth through Kael's cold fingers. Not heat, something else. Something that makes his alpha instincts roar awake after hours of numbness. Protect, guard, keep safe. The kid reaches into a paper bag hanging from his other hand, pulls out a cookie, vanilla and chocolate chip, homemade from the slightly uneven edges. "Here." He places it in Kael's palm. "Dad made these this morning. They help when you're sad." Kael's chest cracks open. This pup, this stranger, is giving him his food, his comfort, his dad's care. and the gesture hits harder than any business loss or family betrayal. "What's your name?" Kael asks. His voice comes out rougher than intended. The pup beams. "Rel. What's yours?" "Kael. That's a strong name." Rel nods seriously. "Like a superhero." A sound escapes Kael's throat. Almost a laugh. Almost a sob. Something caught between the two that he hasn't made since childhood. Rel's smile grows. He swings their joined hands back and forth. "See? You're already getting up." The gun in Kael's other hand suddenly feels heavier than before. Wrong. He slips it back into his pocket while Rel looks at the Christmas tree. "Do you come here alone?" Kael asks. His alpha instincts shift from broken to alert. A pup this young shouldn't be wandering a city park at night. "Where's your father?" Rel spins back. His expression turns mischievous. "He's coming. He always finds me." "That doesn't answer." "Don't cry, sir." Rel squeezes his hand again. His brown eyes lock onto Kael's with intensity that feels older than 4 years. "You can have my dad." Kael freezes. "What? My dad?" Rel's voice carries pure innocence. "He helps people who are broken. He helped me. He can help you too." Before Kael can respond, before he can explain that alphas don't need help, that he's fine, that this is inappropriate, a voice cuts through the night. Sharp, protective, familiar in a way that makes Kael's world tilt. "Rel? What did I say about wandering? Who is this father with the voice that just shattered reality itself?" The Omega steps through falling snow like a ghost made flesh. Tall, lean, gray coat dusted white, black gloves, scarf framing a face that stops Kael's heart mid-beat. He knows this face. Knows the sharp cheekbones, the dark eyes, the way hair falls across the forehead. Knows it like he knows his own reflection. Like he knows the face he saw burning in a warehouse fire 3 years ago while he screamed and couldn't reach him. But this man is younger, softer around the edges, different in ways Kael's mind can't process because the similarities drown out everything else. The Omega's scent hits next. Sandalwood and something warm. Something that wraps around Kael's alpha instincts and pulls. Impossible. His lover died. Kael watched the building collapse. Identified remains too burned to recognize except by dental records. Buried him in the family plot while the Varnyx Syndicate celebrated their successful hit. This can't be him. This isn't him. But the resemblance. Rel. The Omega's voice carries exhaustion under the protective edge. He reaches Rel in 3 strides. Hands land on the pup's shoulders. "I scan him for injury. How many times do I have to tell you about strangers?" "But Dad." "No buts." The Omega's gaze lifts, lands on Kael, freezes. Kael watches recognition flicker. Not the same kind he feels. Different. Like this Omega knows of him but didn't expect to see him here. "I'm sorry." The Omega bows slightly. Polite. Distant. Rel is friendly. Sometimes too friendly. Kael can't speak. His tongue won't work. His brain short-circuits between impossible memories and present reality. Between the scent triggering every alpha instinct he has and the face that shouldn't exist. The Omega mistakes his silence for anger. Steps back. Pulls Rel closer. "We'll go." Again. "I apologize for the disturbance." "Wait." The word rips from Kael's throat. Rough. Desperate. Wrong. The Omega stops. Tension floods his frame. His scent shifts, fear mixing with the warmth. Not fear of Kael. Fear of something else. Something that makes him ready to run. "Who are you?" Kael asks. "No one." The answer comes too fast. "Just a resident. We live nearby." Lies. Kael's spent 20 years reading people. This Omega is lying through his teeth. Not about living nearby, that might be true, but about being no one. This man is hiding something. Someone. From something bad enough to make his hands tremble while trying to protect his pup. Rel wriggles in his dad's grip. His name is Kael, like a superhero. "He was crying, but I gave him a cookie." The Omega's expression cracks. Just for a second. Pain and understanding and guilt flash across his features before he locks them down. "That was kind, sweetheart." He strokes Rel's hair. doesn't look at Kael. But we need to go home now. But he needs help. Rel. The sharpness makes the pup flinch. Kael's alpha instincts flare. Don't talk to him like that. The words escape before he can stop them. Possessive. Protective. Completely out of line. The Omega's head snaps up. His eyes narrow. Excuse me? He was trying to help. Kael stands. His height and presence force the Omega to look up. You don't need to scare him for being kind. I'm not scaring him. I'm protecting him. The Omega's voice drops. From strangers. In parks. At night. The emphasis lands like a slap. Kael's jaw tightens. I'm not a threat. Every alpha is a threat until proven otherwise. The Omega shifts Rel behind him. His stance screams trained defense. Like he's done this before. Like he's had to shield someone from danger more than once. Kael studies him. The way he positions his body. The exits he's mapped without looking. The tremor in his scent that says he's fought this battle and lost. What's your name? Kael asks softer. The Omega hesitates. Soren Vale. Soren. Kael tests the name. It doesn't match his dead lover's. But the face god, the face. Rel pokes his head around Soren's leg. Dad said we should help people. Like someone once helped him from the fire. The world stops. Fire. Soren goes white. Grabs Rel. Covers his mouth with one hand. Rel, stop talking. But it's too late. Kael's mind explodes with connections. The resemblance. The fear. The hiding. The pup who shouldn't exist. The Omega who looks like a dead man. The fire that killed his lover. The fire the Varnyx Syndicate started. The fire that... A black SUV rolls into the parking lot across the path. Tinted windows. Engine purring low and predatory. Moving slow enough to be noticed. Stopping where the driver has a perfect view of the bench. Of Kael. Of Soren. Of Rel. Soren's scent turns sharp with terror. His hand tightens on Rel until the pup whimpers. And Kael sees the insignia painted faint on the SUV's bumper under the streetlight. The Varnyx crest. Why is the syndicate that killed Kael's lover now hunting this Omega and his mysterious child? Kael's body shifts on instinct. Between Soren and the SUV. Between the threat and the targets. His alpha aura explodes outward hard enough to make nearby humans veer away without knowing why. Get behind me, he says. Soren doesn't move. This isn't your fight. That vehicle. I know what it is. Soren's voice shakes. He scoops Rel up, holds him tight against his chest. The pup's bare hat slips sideways. Which is why we're leaving. Now. He turns to walk away. The SUV's engine revs. Not driving closer. Just reminding them it's there. Watching. Waiting. Playing with prey before the strike. Kael grabs Soren's wrist. They'll follow you. Then I'll lose them. Soren yanks free. Like I always do. Always. The word confirms everything. This isn't new. This isn't random. Soren's been running from Varnyx for longer than tonight. Longer than this week. Maybe longer than this year. How long? Kael demands. Soren's jaw works. He doesn't answer. Just adjusts Rel higher on his hip and starts walking toward the park exit opposite the SUV. Rel watches Kael over his dad's shoulder. His small hand reaches out. Dad, he's like you. He needs. Rel, please. Soren's voice cracks. Not now. Kael follows. He doesn't know why. Doesn't understand the pull dragging him after this Omega and pup. But his instincts won't let him stay on that bench while they walk toward danger. The SUV's headlights flash once. Soren stumbles. Catches himself. Keeps walking faster. They're warning you, Kael says. Keeps pace beside them. You know that, right? I know. Soren's breathing picks up. I've seen it before. Then why are you still in this city? Because I ran out of places to go. The admission rips from Soren's throat. Raw. Honest. Exhausted. Because Rel deserves a home. Because I'm tired. Rel buries his face in Soren's neck. His small shoulders hunch. I'm sorry, Dad. No, baby. Soren kisses his head. You did nothing wrong. I talked to the stranger. You were being kind. Soren's voice gentles. Never apologize for kindness. The words hit Kael sideways. This Omega, running for his life, terrified, barely holding together, still teaches his pup compassion, still prioritizes goodness over survival instinct. What kind of person does that? What kind of person survives doing that? They reach the park exit. Soren heads left down the sidewalk, the direction away from the SUV, away from the main street, toward darker, emptier blocks. Wrong choice. Not that way, Kael says. I didn't ask for directions. That neighborhood has no cameras, no witnesses. Kael moves in front of them, forces Soren to stop. If they follow you there. If. Soren laughs, bitter. They've been following me for 3 years. 3 years. The same amount of time since the fire, since Kael's lover died. Kael's pulse hammers. Who are you really? I told you. No one. Liars use that phrase. Kael steps closer. Soren's scent wraps around him stronger. Truth sounds different. Soren's eyes flash. You want truth? Fine. I'm an Omega the Varnyx Syndicate wants dead. I'm a father trying to keep his kid alive. I'm someone who made a mistake trusting the wrong Alpha and paid for it. His voice drops. And I'm someone who won't make that mistake again. The rejection stings more than it should. Kael opens his mouth to respond. A second SUV pulls up at the far end of the block. Same model, same tinted windows, same predatory idol. Soren's sense spikes with panic. He spins, looks back toward the park. The first SUV has moved, now sits at that exit, blocking retreat. They boxed us in, Kael says. Rel starts crying quietly. Dad, I'm scared. I know, baby. Soren's hands shake as he holds his son. His eyes dart between both vehicles, calculating, failing to find escape routes. I know. Kael's rage ignites. Not the cold fury from earlier. Hot, volcanic, directed at the syndicate that's hunting a pup and the Omega protecting him. His hand drifts to his coat pocket, to the gun still there. Soren notices, goes very still. Don't. Why not? Because the second you pull that weapon, they'll call backup. Soren's voice steadies with grim experience. Because gunfire means police. Because police mean questions. Because questions mean my face in databases. Because databases mean Rel goes into the system. Every word lands like a punch. Soren isn't just running from Varnyx. He's hiding from law enforcement too. From the system designed to protect Omegas and pups. Which means whatever he's involved in, whatever he's hiding, goes deeper than rival syndicates. What did you do? Kael asks. Soren meets his eyes. For the first time, Kael sees something crack in that careful control. Sees exhaustion, desperation, guilt. I survived, Soren whispers. Behind them, both SUV doors open simultaneously. What terrible choice did Soren make to survive that now threatens everything he loves? For men exit the vehicles. Not soldiers, not hired muscle. These are hunters. Kael recognizes the way they move, coordinated, patient, confident. The way predators move when prey is already caught. They don't rush, don't shout, don't draw weapons yet. They just walk. 2 from each SUV, closing distance with surgical precision. Soren backs up. His shoulders hit the brick wall behind them. Dead end. Literally. Rel sobs into his neck. I want to go home. We will, baby. Soren's voice cracks. We will. Lies. Even the pup probably knows it. Kael positions himself in front of them again. His alpha aura floods the street. A warning. A challenge. A promise that anyone who comes closer will bleed. The hunters stop 10 feet away. One steps forward. Older than the others. Salt and pepper hair. Expensive coat. The kind of man who orders violence instead of committing it. Mr. Vale. His voice carries false warmth. It's been a while. Soren says nothing, just holds Rel tighter. The hunter's gaze slides to Kael. And who might you be? Someone who doesn't like Varnyx territory expansion. Kael says. Keeps his tone flat. Dangerous. This block isn't yours. Everything's negotiable. The hunter smiles. We're not here for territory. Just a conversation with an old friend. We're not friends, Soren snaps. No, the hunter tilts his head. Strange, because last I checked, you were carrying something that belonged to us. Kael's instincts scream. Carrying what? Information? Money? Something else? He glances at Soren, sees the Omega's face drain of color, sees terror replace exhaustion. I don't have it, Soren says. No, you don't. The hunter's smile sharpens. You are it. The words hang in frozen air. Kael's mind races. Soren isn't carrying something. He is something. Something valuable enough for Varnyx to hunt for 3 years. Something worth boxing in with multiple units. Something worth. His gaze drops to Rel, the pup with no fear of alphas. The pup who sensed Kael's emotions before approaching. The pup whose scent carries traces of something Kael can't identify but his instincts recognize as rare. Not Soren. Rel. They're hunting Rel. No. The word rips from Kael's throat. He spreads his arms wider, blocks more space. You're not touching him. The hunter laughs. You don't even know what he is. Don't care. You should. The hunter's expression hardens. That pup is worth 50 million to the right buyer. More if he's intact. And we've spent considerable resources tracking his location. Soren makes a sound like a wounded animal. You won't take him. We already did once. The hunter's voice turns cruel. Or did you forget the fire? Kael's world explodes. The fire. His lover's death. The warehouse burning. The body he couldn't reach. The Varnyx Syndicate claiming responsibility but never explaining why they targeted a random Omega. Not random. Never random. You killed him, Kael breathes. You killed. We didn't kill anyone. The hunter shrugs. Your brother did that himself when he tried to steal Syndicate property. Brother. The word detonates. Kael has a twin. Had a twin. An identical twin who died in a fire 3 years ago while trying to protect. He spins to Soren. You were with him. Soren's tears freeze on his cheeks. I'm sorry. You were with him. I didn't know who he was. Soren's voice breaks. Not until it was too late. Not until we were all ready. The hunter interrupts. Enough family reunion. Mr. Vale, step away from the Alpha. Bring us the pup, or we'll take him from your corpse. 3 other hunters reach into their coats. Guns. Kael sees the outline of weapons shifting fabric. Soren's grip on Rel becomes desperate. Run. What? Kael's head snaps around. When I move, you run. Soren's eyes lock onto his. Brown depths filled with resigned grief. Take Rel. Don't stop. Don't look back. I'm not leaving you. You don't have a choice. Soren's hand trembles as he tries to transfer Rel to Kael's arms. He's your blood, your brother's son, and you're the only person who can keep him safe. Rel clings to Soren. No, Dad. No. Baby, listen to me. Soren cups his face, kisses his forehead. Remember what I said? Strong people break, but they get up again. Dad, be strong for me. Soren's voice cracks. Please. The hunter signals his men. They spread out, form a perimeter, cut off all exits except the one Soren's deliberately leaving open. Kael understands the trap immediately. Soren will run one direction, draw fire, pull hunters after him, while Kael escapes with Rel the other way. Suicide by distraction. I won't let you die, Kael says. You don't get to choose. Soren finally forces Rel into Kael's arms. The pup screams, fights, reaches for his dad with desperate hands. Run. Now. He shoves them toward the open path, turns to face the hunters, and the night explodes with gunfire. Will Kael abandon the Omega who saved his nephew to certain death, or betray his brother's dying wish? Kael doesn't run. His body moves before his brain catches up. He shoves Rel behind a parked car, spins back toward Soren. reaches the Omega in 3 strides just as bullets tear through the space where they stood seconds ago. His arm wraps around Soren's waist, drags him down behind a concrete planter. Snow and brick chips explode above their heads. "What are you doing?" Soren gasps. "Not letting you die." Kael pulls his gun, checks the magazine. Full. "Where's Rel? I told you to take him." "He's behind the blue sedan. Safe for now." Kael peers around the planter. Counts muzzle flashes. For shooters. Spread wide. Professional formation. How many bullets do they usually waste before closing in? Soren stares at him. "You're insane. Answer the question." "I don't know. I've never survived long enough to count." Soren's hands shake. "Please, take Rel and go. They want him alive. They'll let you leave if you..." "They won't." Kael's voice cuts through the gunfire. "The second I move toward that car, they'll shoot me. Take Rel. Sell him anyway." He meets Soren's eyes. "Your plan only works if you're worth more alive than dead." "Are you?" Soren's silence answers everything. Another burst of gunfire. Closer this time. The hunters are advancing. Kael's alpha instincts calculate trajectories, escape routes, survival odds. All numbers come back wrong. For armed professionals against 1 gun and 2 unarmed people. Protecting a pup who can't run fast enough. They need leverage. "The pup," Kael says. "What makes him worth 50 million? "His blood." Soren closes his eyes. Rel is a natural carrier of the Alpha-Omega bridge gene. Extremely rare. His blood can be synthesized into a serum that allows forced bonding. Kael's stomach drops. Forced bonding. The black market drug that strips Omegas of choice. Turns them into permanent mates against their will. Banned internationally but worth billions to anyone who can manufacture it. And these hunters want to drain a 4-year-old to make it. His grip tightens on the gun. "They're not touching him. They already did once." Soren's voice goes hollow. "The fire wasn't meant to kill. It was meant to cover the extraction. Your brother found out what they planned. Tried to stop them. Got us both out but..." He stops. Swallows hard. "But what?" Kael demands. "They shot him in the spine." Tears stream down Soren's face. "He couldn't walk. Couldn't run. He pushed me and Rel through a window. Told me to never come back." His voice breaks. "The building collapsed on him while we ran." Kael's chest cracks open. His twin. His identical twin. Died saving an Omega and pup from the same syndicate that's hunting them now. A brother he never knew existed until 5 minutes ago. The gunfire stops. Silence floods the street. Wrong kind of silence. The kind that means hunters are repositioning. Getting closer. Preparing for the final push. Soren grabs Kael's coat. "Promise me something." "No." "Promise me that if they take me, you'll raise Rel as your own." Soren's grip turns desperate. He deserves a family. A real home. Someone who'll protect him. "They're not taking you." "Kael." "I said no." Kael's alpha aura explodes outward. Not aggression. Protection. Pure dominance that marks everyone in range as his. "You're both leaving the street alive." Footsteps crunch through snow. Multiple pairs. Surrounding their position. The salt and pepper hunter's voice echoes from somewhere behind them. "Last chance, Mr. Vale. Surrender the pup. Walk away. Live whatever life you've built." Soren's jaw clenches. "And if I refuse? Then we take him from your corpse and raise him ourselves." A pause. "Might be better that way. Less emotional attachment. Easier to extract." Rel whimpers from behind the car. Small. Terrified. Too young to understand why people want to hurt him. Kael's rage becomes something physical. Something that heats his skin and sharpens his senses and makes every hunter's position clear in his mind despite not seeing them. "Cover your ears," he tells Soren. "What?" Kael stands. Fires 3 shots in rapid succession. Not at the hunters. At the streetlights above them. Glass shatters. The block plunges into darkness. He grabs Soren's hand. Pulls him toward the blue sedan. Toward Rel. toward the only family he has left. Behind them, confused shouts, running footsteps, more gunfire that goes wide in the sudden black. Kael reaches the car, scoops up Rel with one arm, keeps the gun in his other hand, drags Soren close. "Stay with me," he orders. They run into the darkness while bullets chase their shadows. Can Kael protect his murdered brother's family from the syndicate that wants to bleed a child dry? The alley reeks of garbage and engine oil. Kael presses them against the brick wall. One hand covers Rel's mouth to muffle his crying. The other keeps his gun trained on the alley entrance 10 feet away. Soren's breathing comes too fast. Panic attack building. Kael recognizes the signs. Seen them in Omegas rescued from trafficking rings. "Breathe through your nose," he whispers. "Count to 4. Hold. Count to 4. Release." Soren tries, fails, tries again. His whole body shakes. Rel reaches up, touches his dad's face. Small hand against trembling jaw. "Like the cookies, Dad. Remember? You said we breathe through hard things." Something in Soren's expression cracks and reforms. He nods, focuses on Rel, uses his son as an anchor while following the breathing pattern. Kael watches the alley entrance, listens for pursuit. The hunters will search methodically, check every hiding spot. They have time and numbers. He has darkness and desperation. "Not enough. How far are we from your apartment?" he asks. 6 blocks west. Soren's voice steadies slightly. "But we can't go there. They know where I live. They've been watching for weeks." "Then where?" "I don't know." Soren slides down the wall, sits in dirty snow, pulls Rel onto his lap. "I don't have anywhere else. No family. No friends I can risk. No safe houses left." The exhaustion in his voice goes beyond physical. This is soul-deep weariness. Years of running. Years of looking over his shoulder. Years of waiting for the moment everything collapses. Tonight is that moment. Kael crouches beside them, studies Soren's face in the dim light bleeding from a distant street. The resemblance to his twin is sharper now. Same nose, same jawline, different eyes though. His brothers were harder. Soren's carry softness that survived despite everything. "Tell me about him," Kael says. Soren's head lifts. "Who?" "My brother. The man you loved." Soren's expression shudders. "I didn't love him. Liar. I barely knew him." But Soren's voice breaks on the words. 3 weeks. That's all we had. 3 weeks before they found us. Before he died protecting us. His hand shakes as he strokes Rel's hair. 3 weeks doesn't equal love. "Then why are you crying?" Soren wipes his face roughly. "Because he deserved more than 3 weeks. Because Rel deserved to know his father. Because I ran instead of fighting. Because..." He stops, presses his palm against his mouth, holds back whatever truth wants to escape. Kael waits. He's learned patience hunting prey and information. Sometimes silence extracts more than questions. Finally, Soren whispers, "Because he looked at me like I mattered, like I was worth dying for. And I still don't understand why." The confession hangs between them. Rel shifts in Soren's lap, looks up at Kael with those huge brown eyes that see too much. "Are you gonna leave us too?" The question hits like a fist to the chest. Kael thinks about his father's message. Find the one you lost before it's too late. Thinks about the twin he never knew, the nephew who shares his blood, the Omega who carries his brother's memory in every protective gesture. His answer comes easier than expected. "No. Promise." Rel's small voice carries weight. "I promise." Soren's breath hitches. "Don't make promises you can't keep." "I don't." Kael stands, offers his hand. "We're going to my penthouse. 43rd floor. Security system. Armed guards. Varnyx would need an army to breach it. They have an army. Then we'll hold until I can call in favors." Kael keeps his hand extended. "I didn't build an empire by running, and I won't let them take what's mine." "We're not yours," Soren says quietly. "Rel is my blood. You're his father. That makes you mine whether you like it or not. Kael's alpha aura wraps around them, claiming, protecting. Now take my hand before those hunters triangulate our position. Soren stares at the offered hand, at the choice it represents, at the risk of trusting another alpha after the last one died. Footsteps echo at the far end of the alley. Soren takes Kael's hand. They run toward a penthouse that might become either sanctuary or tomb. What price will Kael pay for claiming his dead brother's family as his own? The lobby security guard doesn't blink when Kael walks in covered in snow with an Omega and Pup trailing behind. Evening, Mr. Arden. Marcus, lock down the building. No one enters without my direct approval. Full security protocol. Marcus's expression shifts. Threat level. Varnyx. The guard's jaw tightens. He reaches for his radio without another word. Kael keeps walking toward the private elevator. The one that only goes to the penthouse. The one with biometric locks that would take an explosives team to breach. Soren clutches Rel tighter as they enter. The doors close. The elevator rises. What's full security protocol? Soren asks. Armed guards on every floor. Cameras monitoring all entry points. Panic buttons in every room. And a direct line to police and private military contractors. Kael watches the numbers climb. Varnyx won't risk a public assault on a building this visible. They burned a warehouse with your brother inside. That was 3 years ago, before I expanded operations. Before I became too connected to eliminate quietly. The elevator slows. They'll try negotiation first. Threats, bribes, legal pressure. When that fails, the doors open directly into his penthouse. Floor-to-ceiling windows showcase Chicago's skyline. Modern furniture, expensive art. Everything designed to intimidate and impress. Rel gasps, Dad, it's like a castle. Soren steps out carefully. His Omega instincts assess the space for exits, for weapons, for traps. Years of survival training read in every cautious movement. Guest rooms are down that hall. Kael points. Take whichever you want. There's clothes in the closets. Food in the kitchen. Anything you need. Why are you doing this? Soren turns. His expression carries suspicion under the exhaustion. You don't know us. Rel might be your blood, but I'm just... You're the person my brother died protecting. Kael's voice drops. That's enough. Is it? Or are you doing this out of guilt? Out of some twisted need to replace what you lost? The accusation stings because it carries partial truth. Kael doesn't know his motivations entirely. Doesn't understand why seeing Soren hurts and heals simultaneously. Why protecting them feels like correcting a mistake he didn't make. Before he can answer, his phone buzzes. Unknown number. He answers, puts it on speaker. The salt and pepper hunter's voice fills the penthouse. Impressive response time, Mr. Arden. I didn't expect you to reach your fortress so quickly. What do you want? A conversation. One businessman to another. Papers shuffle in the background. I represent certain interests that would compensate you handsomely for returning our property. Soren's face drains of color. Rel buries his face against his dad's shoulder. Not for sale, Kael says. Everything's for sale. It's simply a matter of finding the right price. A pause. Your company lost 40 million today. Your board questions your leadership. Your reputation hangs by a thread. We could make those problems disappear. Kael's grip tightens on the phone. How do you know about? We know everything, Mr. Arden, including who orchestrated your recent betrayals. The hunter's voice turns smooth, confident. Give us the pup. We'll give you the names of everyone who sold you out. Complete evidence. Enough to destroy them legally. Temptation whispers through Kael's mind. Justice for the betrayal. Restoration of his empire. Everything he wanted before walking into that park. All for the price of one child's blood. He looks at Rel. At the pup who offered him cookies and comfort. At the innocent who doesn't understand why adults want to hurt him. No, Mr. Arden. I said no. Don't call this number again. He ends the call, blocks it, Silence fills the penthouse. Soren stares at him. You just refused $50 million and corporate salvation. I refused to become the kind of alpha who sells children. Kael sets his phone down. Money rebuilds. Empires rebuild. Some choices you can't come back from. Rel lifts his head, looks at Kael with something like wonder. You're a real superhero. The words crack something in Kael's chest. He's not a hero. He's a man who sat in a park with a gun in his pocket contemplating darkness. A man who built his empire on ruthless decisions and calculated risks. But maybe heroes aren't born clean. Maybe they're forged in moments where doing right costs everything. Go get some rest, he tells Soren. We'll figure out next steps in the morning. Soren doesn't move. They won't stop. I know. They'll come here, break through your security, kill everyone in their way. Let them try. You'll die protecting us. Soren's voice carries certainty, just like he did. Kael meets his eyes, sees the fear, the guilt, the weight of watching another alpha sacrifice himself for their safety. Then I'll die knowing I did something that mattered. Before Soren can respond, every window in the penthouse shatters simultaneously. Who just declared war on the Alpha CEO willing to burn his empire for a child's life? Glass explodes inward like crystal rain. Kael throws himself over Soren and Rel, covers them with his body as shards slice through his coat, his back, his shoulders. Pain registers distant and unimportant compared to keeping them safe. Something metal clangs against the marble floor, rolls, stops 3 feet away. Grenade. Bathroom. Kael roars. He drags them up, shoves them toward the hallway. His feet slip on glass and blood. Now! They run. Soren carries Rel. Kael covers their retreat. His gun trained on the shattered windows where rope lines drop from the roof. Professional breach. Military precision. Varnyx didn't negotiate, didn't wait. They escalated immediately. The grenade detonates. Concussive blast throws Kael forward. His ears ring. His vision blurs. But his body keeps moving on instinct. He reaches the bathroom, slams the door, locks it, reinforced steel. Panic room design. Won't stop them long but buys seconds. Soren crouches in the bathtub with Rel, both shaking. The pup silent now, shock setting in. Dangerous for someone so young. Marcus! Kael gasps into his phone. Blood trickles from his ears. Status. The guard's voice crackles through interference. Multiple breaches. 10th floor, 23rd, 38th. They're coming from everywhere. Police. 10 minutes out. They hit during shift change. Planned this perfectly. Because they have inside information. Because someone in Kael's organization sold them the building's security schedule. Another betrayal. Another knife in the back. He should have expected it. Footsteps in the penthouse. Heavy boots. Multiple targets. They're searching room by room. Soren pulls Rel tighter, his scent sharp with terror. There's no way out. Kael's mind races. The bathroom has one exit. No windows. No ventilation shaft large enough for adults. They're trapped. Unless... His eyes land on the bathroom mirror. Behind it, the wall safe. Behind the safe, a maintenance shaft leading to the emergency stairs. Original building design before renovations. Sealed off but accessible. He rips the mirror down, enters the code. The safe swings open. Behind it, a metal panel secured with old bolts. Help me, he tells Soren. They work together, prying, pulling. The panel resists then gives. A dark shaft opens behind the safe. Narrow, cramped, but possible. A fist pounds on the bathroom door. Mr. Arden, we know you're inside. Make this easy. The salt and pepper hunter. Here personally. This isn't just about the pup anymore. This is about sending a message. About showing what happens to alphas who defy Varnyx. Kael boosts Soren up first. The Omega squeezes through with Rel clutched to his chest. Disappears into darkness. More pounding. The door frame cracks. Kael climbs after them. His shoulders barely fit. He pulls himself through as the bathroom door explodes inward. They're in the shaft. Metal walls pressing close. Darkness absolute. Ladder rungs descending into nothing. "Go down," Kael whispers. "Don't stop until you reach the bottom. 43 floors. What about you?" "I'm right behind you." Another lie. He stays at the shaft entrance. Gun pointed at the opening. If hunters find it, he'll hold them off. By Soren and Rel time to escape, but footsteps pass by the bathroom. Searching elsewhere. They haven't found the safe yet. Kael descends, hand over hand, following Soren's breathing in the darkness, following Rel's quiet whimpers, following the only family he has left toward a ground floor that might already be surrounded. They climb down for what feels like hours, arms burning, hands bleeding from rough metal, Rel crying softly, Soren murmuring comfort. Finally, solid ground. A door, rusted hinges. It opens to a basement storage room filled with forgotten furniture. Kael checks the hallway beyond. Empty. The hunters focused on upper floors. They have minutes, maybe less. He leads them through the basement, past boilers, past electrical rooms, toward the loading dock exit. They burst into the alley behind the building, right into the hunter's trap. Spotlights blind them, armed men everywhere, vehicles blocking all exits. The salt and pepper hunter stands in the center, smiling. "Impressive escape, Mr. Arden, but ultimately futile." He gestures. "Surrender the pup. Last chance." Soren backs against Kael. Rel trembles between them. 3 people against 20 armed soldiers. No way out. No miracle coming. Kael raises his gun anyway. The hunter sighs. "So be it." He signals his men. They raise their weapons. Rel screams. And that's when the hunter says the words that destroy everything. "The pup isn't your brother's son, Mr. Arden. He's your son. Created from genetic material we stole from you 3 years ago. Your brother died protecting him because he knew what we planned." The hunter's smile sharpens. "Every instinct you feel to protect him, every pull, that's biology recognizing itself." Kael's world stops. His son. Not his nephew. His son. Created without consent. Without knowledge. Grown in some lab until they could harvest him. Soren's sob confirms the truth. "I'm sorry. I didn't know until after he died. He made me promise not to tell you. Said it would only put you in danger. 20 guns train on them." Kael's mind fractures. His son. His genetic material stolen and used. His brother dead protecting a child Kael never knew existed. The hunter raises his hand. "Final offer. Surrender willingly, we make it quick." Resist. Sirens wail in the distance. Police. Ambulances. Fire trucks. Too many to ignore or bribe away. The hunter's expression tightens. Tactical retreat. "We'll finish this another time." His men lower weapons. Back toward vehicles. Disappear into the city like ghosts. Leaving Kael standing in that alley with his son in another man's arms and a truth that rewrites his entire existence. Soren meets his eyes. "I'll disappear. Take Rel somewhere they'll never find us. You can go back to your life and you're not going anywhere." Kael's voice comes out raw, broken. "He's my son. You raised him. That makes us." He doesn't finish. Can't. Police flood the alley. Questions fly. Paramedics check Rel. Building inspectors swarm his penthouse. And through it all, Kael holds one thought. His father's last message. "Find the one you lost before it's too late." His son. He meant his son. But time's already running out. How can Kael protect a child who's both his greatest weakness and his only reason left to fight? The hospital room smells like disinfectant and fear. Rel sleeps in the bed. Small body hooked to monitors. Doctors say he's fine. No injuries. Just shock and exhaustion. But they want to keep him overnight for observation. Soren sits beside him. Hasn't moved in 3 hours. Hasn't spoken. Just holds Rel's hand and stares at nothing. Kael stands by the window. Watches the sunrise paint Chicago's skyline in gold and red. Beautiful. Cruel. indifferent to the chaos below. His phone hasn't stopped ringing. Board members demanding explanations, media requesting interviews, police asking questions about the attack. He ignores all of it. They took blood samples, Soren says quietly, first words since the alley. From both of you, to confirm paternity. Kael turns, and 99.9% match. You're his biological father. Soren's voice carries no emotion, shock probably, or resignation. Congratulations. The word feels wrong. Kael didn't earn fatherhood, didn't choose it, had it forced on him through theft and genetic manipulation. His son was manufactured to be harvested, born for suffering. Tell me everything, Kael says. No more secrets, no more protecting me from truths. Everything. Soren's jaw works. Finally, he speaks. 3 years ago, Varnyx stole genetic samples from multiple alphas. You included. They wanted to create children carrying the bridge gene. Rel was their first success. His hand trembles around his son's. Your brother was assigned to guard the facility. He found out what they were doing, helped me escape with Rel. They set the fire to destroy evidence. Why you? Why did they choose you? I'm a natural carrier. My genetics make bonding easier. Combined with your genetic markers. Soren closes his eyes. Rel is the perfect product. Product. The word makes Kael want to destroy something. Someone. Everyone who treated his son like merchandise. Your brother got us out, Soren continues. Told me to run. To raise Rel as my own. To never contact you because Varnyx would use it to track us. His voice breaks. He died buying us time, and I've spent 3 years running, hiding, waiting for them to find us. They found you tonight because of me, Kael says. Because you came to that park. Because Rel tried to help me. No. Soren looks at him. Really looks at him for the first time since the hospital. They found us because they never stopped hunting. Tonight just happened faster than usual. He pauses. And because Rel's instincts pulled him toward you. He didn't know you're his father. But some part of him recognized you anyway. Biology recognizing itself. Just like the hunter said. Kael crosses to the bed. Studies his son's face. The resemblance is there if you know to look. Same nose. Same jawline. Features Kael sees every morning in the mirror. His son. Created without his knowledge. Raised by someone else. Almost killed multiple times. And Kael didn't even know he existed until tonight. What do you need? He asks Soren. What? To keep him safe. To give him a real life. What do you need? Soren stares. You can't protect us. Not from Varnyx. They're too big. Too connected. They'll keep coming until. I said, what do you need? Kael's alpha aura rises. Money? Resources? Legal protection? Political connections? I'll burn my entire empire if that's what it takes. Why? Soren's voice cracks. You barely know him. Barely know me. Why would you sacrifice everything for? Because he's mine. The words come out primal. Instinctive. Because my son doesn't get sold. Doesn't get harvested. Doesn't grow up running. His hands shake. And because the man who raised him for 3 years deserves better than constantly looking over his shoulder. Soren's tears finally fall. Silent. Exhausted. Years of terror releasing. I need. He stops. Starts again. I need to not be alone anymore. I need to stop running. I need Rel to have a childhood that isn't hotel rooms and fake names. His voice drops to a whisper. I need to stop failing the alpha who died trusting me. Kael kneels beside the chair. Brings himself eye level with Soren. You didn't fail. You kept him alive for 3 years against impossible odds. You raised him kind when you had every reason to teach him fear. He cups Soren's face. Wipes tears away. My brother chose well. Soren's breath hitches. I can't replace him. I'm not asking you to. Then what are you asking? Kael doesn't have words for what he's asking. Doesn't understand the pull he feels. The need to protect. To claim. To keep this Omega and Pup close forever is too fast, too intense, too complicated, and he doesn't care. "Let me help," he says finally. "Let me be the Alpha my brother would have been if he'd survived. Let me." The door crashes open. Marcus stumbles in. Blood streaming from a head wound. "Mr. Arden, they're here." Kael's on his feet instantly. "How many?" "All of them." Marcus grabs the doorframe, stays upright through willpower. "They're not raiding, they're invading. Full military assault. Hospital security can't stop them." Soren grabs Rel, wakes him. The pup cries out confused and scared. Gunfire echoes down the hallway. Kael's mind races. No escape routes, no backup, no miracle. Just 3 people and a wounded guard against an organization willing to attack a hospital in broad daylight. His phone buzzes. Unknown number. He answers. The hunter's voice fills the room. "Game over, Mr. Arden. No police to interrupt this time. No convenient escapes. You have 60 seconds to bring the pup to the lobby. After that, we kill everyone on this floor until we find him ourselves." The call ends. Rel clings to Soren. "Dad, I'm scared." "I know, baby." Soren's eyes meet Kael's. Resigned, defeated. "Take him. Run. I'll buy you time." "No." Kael checks his gun. 3 bullets left. Against an army. No more running. No more sacrifices. Then what? Kael looks at his son. His son who offered cookies to a stranger. His son who was manufactured to suffer. His son who deserves better than adults sacrificing themselves. And makes the only choice he can live with. "We fight." He steps toward the door. Behind him, Rel whispers for words that stop his heart. "Dad." "My hands are glowing." Kael spins. Rel's palms emit soft blue light. Growing brighter, the medical monitors go haywire. Lights flicker. The air pressure changes. Soren's face drains of color. "No, not yet. The doctors said he wouldn't manifest until puberty." "Manifest what?" Kael demands. "The bridge gene." Soren's voice shakes. "It's not passive. When activated, it can." The hospital plunges into darkness. Every electrical system simultaneously fails. And in that darkness, Rel's blue light grows blinding as footsteps thunder toward them from every direction. The blue light erupts from Rel's hands like a shockwave. It doesn't burn, doesn't destroy, connects. Kael feels it slam into his chest. Not pain, recognition. Every alpha instinct in his body ignites simultaneously. His vision sharpens. His hearing amplifies. His strength multiplies. Power floods through him like electricity through copper wire. Beside him, Marcus gasps. The security guard's wounds stop bleeding. His posture straightens. Energy replaces exhaustion. "What the?" Marcus stares at his hands. Soren's eyes widen. The bridge gene is not just for bonding. It amplifies pack connections, makes alphas stronger, makes bonds unbreakable. His voice fills with wonder and terror. That's why Varnyx wants him. Not just for the serum, for this. The door explodes inward. 6 hunters flood the room, weapons raised. Eyes searching for targets in the darkness lit only by Rel's glow. Kael moves, faster than he's ever moved, faster than should be possible. His body responds before his mind processes. He disarms the first hunter in one motion, uses the man's own momentum to throw him into 2 others. Marcus joins the fight, the wounded guard moving like a trained soldier instead of hired security. Together they create a wall between the hunters and Rel. More hunters pour through the door. Too many. Even with enhanced strength, they're outnumbered. But then something changes. The blue light spreads beyond the room, touches patients in nearby beds, touches nurses hiding behind desks, touches doctors crouched in supply closets. And every person it touches feels the same thing. Protect the child. Not mind control, not compulsion, just understanding. Deep, instinctive, absolute. This pup is pack. This pup is family. This pup is worth defending. Hospital staff emerge from hiding. Patients disconnect their IVs. Security guards rush toward the pediatric wing instead of away. An army rises to defend one child. The hunters realize their mistake too late. They came for a pup, found a pack. Kael grabs Soren and Rel, pushes through the chaos. Marcus and a dozen hospital staff form a protective circle around them. Moving as one unit, one purpose, they reach the emergency stairs, descend, burst into the lobby where more hunters wait. But so do police. Real police this time. Not bought, not threatened, just officers responding to reports of an armed invasion. And behind them, news cameras, journalists, witnesses, the public eye that makes shadows impossible. The salt and pepper hunter stands in the center of the lobby, surrounded, trapped, his carefully planned assault falling apart as cameras capture his face and armed men. He meets Kael's eyes across the crowded space. Rage and defeat war in his expression. "This isn't over," he snarls. "Yes," Kael says quietly. "It is." Police swarm the hunters. Arrests happen fast. Rough. The kind of justice that comes when you attack a hospital full of civilians. Rel's blue light fades. He collapses in Soren's arms. Small body exhausted from power it shouldn't have accessed for years. Paramedics rush over, check his vitals, pronounce him stable but drained. He needs rest, safety, peace, things Kael will spend the rest of his life providing. The police want statements. The media wants interviews. The hospital wants explanations. Kael gives them nothing, just walks out of that building with Soren and Rel, with Marcus guarding their backs, with the sunrise turning the sky gold and pink and beautiful. His penthouse is destroyed, his company in chaos, his reputation uncertain. But his son is alive, safe, free, and that's the only thing that matters. What happens when an Alpha CEO must rebuild everything with his newfound family? 3 months later, snow falls on a different park. Smaller than Ridgehaven, quieter, located in a neighborhood where kids play and families walk dogs and nobody knows who Kael Arden is. He sits on a bench watching Rel build a snowman. The pup's laughter echoes pure and bright. His bare-eared hat sits crooked on his head. His red jacket has a new tear from falling in the snow. Normal, gloriously normal. Soren sits beside Kael, close enough that their shoulders touch, far enough to maintain propriety. They're still figuring out what they are to each other. Co-parents? Friends? Something more? Time will tell. They have plenty of it now. "He's happy," Soren says softly. "Yeah." Kael watches his son pack snow. "He is. Are you?" The question surprises him. Kael thinks about the past 3 months, the investigations, the trials, the media coverage of Varnyx's illegal operations, their entire leadership arrested, their facilities shut down, their victims rescued. 43 children found in labs, all created like Rel, all saved before they could be harvested. Kael's genetic material helped create 3 of them. 3 more sons he didn't know existed. 3 more children now living with adoptive families who'll give them real childhoods. He thinks about his company, the restructuring, the board changes, the apologies to everyone he failed to see as human instead of assets. He thinks about this house, modest by his previous standards, comfortable by normal standards, home in ways his penthouse never was. "I'm getting there," he answers honestly. Rel runs over, snow clinging to his mittens. "Dad, come help. The snowman needs a scarf." Both Kael and Soren stand, both used to being called Dad now. They figured out the distinction quickly. Rel calls Soren Dad, calls Kael Papa, loves them equally, needs them both. They help with the snowman, build it tall, give it a carrot nose, button eyes. One of Kael's old scarves wrapped around its neck. "Perfect," Rel declares. A family walks past. Mother, father, 2 kids. They wave. Kael waves back. No recognition, no fear, no judgment, just neighbors being neighborly. His phone buzzes. "Marcus, The guard stayed on after the attack. Became more than security. Became family too. Reporters at the gate again. Want a statement about the trial. Kael texts back. No comment. Same as yesterday. The trial made headlines. Varnyx leadership facing decades in prison. Their stolen technology destroyed. Their victims testifying. Justice finally served. But Kael doesn't want to be defined by what happened. Wants to be defined by what comes next. Hot chocolate, Soren suggests. I made a batch this morning. Yes, Rel bounces. With marshmallows? With marshmallows. Soren smiles. The expression comes easier now. Less haunted. More present. They walk home together. Rel between them, holding both their hands. Swinging forward with each step. Inside the house, warmth embraces them. The kitchen smells like cinnamon and vanilla. Soren pours hot chocolate while Kael helps Rel out of his snow gear. Papa. Rel looks up at him. Are the bad people really gone? Kael crouches to his level. The ones who hurt you are in prison. But there are always going to be people who want to hurt others. Then how do I stay safe? You don't face them alone. Kael taps his chest. You have me. You have Dad. You have Marcus. You have family. He pauses. And when you're older, we'll teach you to protect yourself too. Rel considers this. Nods seriously. Can you teach me to fight like you did at the hospital? When you're older. How much older? Much older. Soren joins them with mugs. For now, you're still 4. 4-year-olds focus on snowmen and hot chocolate and being kids. Rel sighs dramatically, takes his mug, drinks carefully, gets a marshmallow mustache that makes both adults smile. Later, after Rel falls asleep on the couch between them during a movie, Soren speaks quietly. I never thanked you. For what? For not running. For not choosing your empire over us. For being the alpha your brother would have been proud of. Soren's hand finds Kael's. Squeezes. For giving Rel a real life. Kael squeezes back. I'm not doing this out of obligation. I know. And I'm not replacing my brother. I know that too. Soren meets his eyes. But maybe we can build something new. Something that honors what he died protecting while creating something uniquely ours. The offer hangs between them. Fragile. Hopeful. Terrifying. Kael thinks about that night in Ridgehaven Park. The gun in his pocket. The tears on his face. The emptiness that nearly consumed him. He thinks about a small hand grabbing his. Pup offering cookies. And Omega teaching his son compassion in the middle of trauma. He thinks about finding family in the most unexpected place. About discovering purpose when everything else collapsed. About learning that empires rebuild but some choices define who you truly are. Yeah, Kael says. Let's build something new. Rel stirs between them. Mumbles in his sleep. Don't cry, Papa. You can have my dad. Both adults freeze. Then laugh quietly. The pup sleep-talking. Repeating words that changed everything. Outside, snow continues falling. Soft, gentle, peaceful. Inside, 3 people who survived impossible odds sleep together on a couch. Not perfect, not without scars, but healing, together. And that's enough. More than enough. It's everything. The end. Thank you for watching the story of how broken pieces can become beautiful wholes. If this inspired you, subscribe to our channel for more stories that celebrate family, courage, and second chances. Share your favorite moment from Kael, Soren, and Rel's journey in the comments below. Your words might inspire someone else who needs to hear that it's never too late to choose love over power, family over empire, and hope over despair. Turn on notifications because next week, we have another powerful story about redemption and unexpected connections. Until then, remember, sometimes the family we find is the family we needed all along.